Well, really it started, I went to Iceland in 2009 with a lot of kind of curiosity and wonder. I knew a lot of artists over there and filmmakers and musicians, and I had an inkling that after the crash it might be an interesting place to visit. And I guess I was kind of investigating what the culture was like over there in the bigger sense, how they were making meaning of their lives after the crash. And after a couple of weeks there, I met some really interesting people and realised there was kind of a rumblings of a movement, and if we could connect those people to people here in Ireland, perhaps we'd have a cultural movement on our hands in response to the times we live in.
And you've brought over some very interesting people to inspire us, motivate us, help us. Tell us a little bit about some of those people.
Well, this weekend we're hosting the first conversation of the Ireland Iceland project, which is really the opening conversation asking who are we and where are we going. And Mari and I really have been working on this for probably about 6 months, but we've brought over probably 8 of the most influential Icelanders in terms of people who've creatively responded to the crisis in terms of policy, design, economics, people, the Minister for Ideas, the Mayor of Reykjavik, Haraldur Jónsson, very famous visual artist, just really inspiring individuals who rolled up their sleeves and said, right, we're on our way, we'll come and talk to you and let's see how we can do this together. We're working with a really interesting process where we don't always try and endgame what the answers will be. We try and work with what the feeling is in the room, what the collective field is telling us.
Mari Kennedy, you're the creative strategist with the project. What collaborations, what initiatives, what projects do you think could emerge from this kind of a project and these kinds of initiatives with these Icelanders?
Well, already there's amazing collaborations happening. I mean, just the very word collaboration, we're learning to work differently as collaborators with each other first, because you really live the whole project is about collaboration, so we have to first collaborate. So that in itself is one of the great collaborations that's happening. And then we also have some great, even this morning we were in City Council with the Creative Dublin Alliance. We're there, and the Mayor of Reykjavik and the Minister of Culture, he's not the Minister of Culture, he's the Chair of the Culture and Tourism. And, you know, they were that interface between these people in Dublin and these people in Reykjavik, it was just gorgeous, and we don't know what will come out of that, and in the digital hub. So already today there is new connections being formed, new ways of working together potentially, and then there's some creative projects that we are working on and that are emerging, but it's very much we're working with emergence. And again, as Kathy said, it's not like we're going to have a 5-day festival at the end of it. We're just working with a gentle emergence, and out of that comes the real magic.
What's your impression of the people who are visiting here and their view of the economic crisis in both their own country and here?
I was really struck by their humility today, particularly in the meetings in Dublin City Council. A humility and not pointing the finger. And that's their approach, and this sense that there is great potential in human beings.
Kathy, what about you?
The same. I mean, the honesty, the integrity, the humour, and also we brought people here who very deliberately have worked collaboratively and from a grassroots level, and they're saying, look, we've been here, we've been down this avenue, and let's talk to each other, open our hearts to each other and see how we can communicate to respond to the future together.